Today's top stories. Final Fantasy VII drops into the Battle Royale scene. Soon!
We're heading back to Deep Ground with some surprising special guests and battles.
Celebrating the father of Final Fantasy himself. Greetings, fellow scholars of the Lifestream. Welcome to Cosmo Canyon's Pulse of the Lifestream, bringing you the news directly from the heart of the canyon. I'm Kutakuma.
And I'm Peeps Nibbles. We're here to bring you up-to-date news, information, and exclusives from Final Fantasy VII Remake, its compilation, the Cosmo Canyon Observatory, and the Final Fantasy VII community at large. First things first, let's talk about the latest in Pulse of the Lifestream news. Our new logo.
That's right, peeps. Last time, Rizzle mentioned our official logo contest, and we're thrilled to announce the winner, Mina. Not only did she grace us with this beautiful new branding, but she also created the wonderful intro animation that you just saw.
We were so impressed by all the entries, and want to take a moment to thank everyone who submitted.
That's right, peeps. We hope you, the viewers, will enjoy it as much as we do.
Now on to the Final Fantasy news.
That's right, peeps! Square Enix has actually hit us up with some actual updates on Intergrade, and as you said before, we don't half-arse things at the Pulse of the Lifestream.
Wow, Kuta, you're learning. I'm just so proud. I have programmed you perfectly.
To start, the new Yuffie episodes have officially been titled Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode Intermission, and it will be available for individual purchase at $19.99 USD or 2,178 yen for Japanese players. Other international rates haven't been announced yet.
Okay, so a new title and a new price point. Got it. Where's the good stuff, Kuta? I thought you were learning.
Hey now, there's more. I'm getting to it.
You can't hesitate when it comes to new information. Literally, the juiciest parts are all from the final trailer revealed during the Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier livestream.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I thought Pulse of the Lifestream was supposed to go in depth with all of our reportings, which would mean listing out the names we got for all of the Avalanche members and the new confirmed details about Yuffie's fighting mechanics.
Right, sure, but Viz has already covered that. Check out the Overlord's rough analysis videos linked below. For now, final trailer talk.
Okay, so what news do you want to share first?
Genesis!
Genesis wasn't even in the trailer.
No, but it's not nearly as fun chanting Nero, Nero.
I don't...
Nero the Sable? From Dirge of Cerberus? He's been revealed as a major boss battle for Yuffie and Sonon in Intermission, confirming Deep Ground and heavily alluding to...
Don't do this.
Genesis.
Oh.
The final trailer not only shows off some dramatic battle footage of our ninja team facing off against Nero and all his darkness powers, but also another titillating boss. The head of weapons development herself, Scarlet. Inside a giant mech.
Did you really just say titillating?
Throw in a quick tease of our new summon materia Ramu, a revamped take on Fort Condor minigame, and a close-up of Yuffie's crying eyes that has everyone seeing things. And you've got yourself one hell of a final trailer.
Fans really are seeing just about everything in Yuffie's eye reflection. Vincent,
Genesis,
Kate Sith,
Ketshi,
Platefall, you name it.
Whatever it may be, we know it's going to drive a Masamune deep into our hearts after that agonising scream of hers at the end.
Really? You're really gonna go there?
You don't agree?
I mean, I do. Susie Young kills it with the scream.
She really does, and we can't wait to hear even more from the rest of the cast.
While we don't have the entire cast list for Intermission, we do now have a list of most of the major players, including Susie Young as Yuffie, Alex Lee as Sonan, and Damon Mills as Vice.
But wait, there's more. Another Intergrade announcement happened recently. A new 3-CD set featuring background music handpicked from Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade soundtrack. So far, the release date is given as the 23rd of June, but that is subject to change. The soundtrack also comes with a memo pad, which features the jukebox artwork for Wutai, Descendant of Shinobi, and Let the Battles Begin. When you add these CDs to the soundtracks that have already been released, that makes a whopping total of 16 discs. So far.
That's a lot of discs.
Just imagine how many discs there will be by the time we get to the very end of the game.
I hope you have room for a CD storage shed in your backyard.
Not a problem if you're digital only. Which I am not. We're going to need a bigger backyard.
Thankfully, you won't need physical storage space for this next announcement. Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. Purely digital, purely mobile, no backyard required.
Indeed not. In fact, the whole of Midgar is going to be our backyard in The First Soldier.
That's right, peeps. Square Enix hosted a live stream demonstration of The First Soldier on May 7th and revealed a ton of information about the upcoming Battle Royale. Admittedly, I'm not much of a Battle Royale guy myself, but as a dedicated anchor, it's my job to share the deets, so here you go. Both single-player and 3-person team modes will be available. In free-for-all matches, soldier candidates will face off against 74 other players, bringing a total of 75, and a whole bunch of monsters. Shaking up the Battle Royale format, First Soldier will throw monsters into the mix that players can take out and get EXP and level up, even without engaging with other players. In fact, melee combat has been integrated into the mechanics that will take out monsters more efficiently without alerting the other players. It's a give or take with focusing on taking out monsters though, as monsters will drop EXP, but players will drop loot. You'll need a mix of both to become the ultimate champion or the winning team. But it's not just regular monsters on the field either. Boss monsters will pop up on the field for massive experience points, though they'll likely require teamwork to take down. Either way, if you're not about dropping in hot, you could potentially spend your time leveling up battling against monsters instead of engaging in combat against the other players.
Until you get sniped across the field, with magic.
True. Magic seems to be a very deadly force in the game. We saw a number of familiar materia options like Cure, Fire, Arrow, Thunder, and Blizzard, each of which behave a little bit differently. Interestingly, Arrow serves as a jump boost instead of an attack, truly speaking to the verticality of the game's environments. But we also saw a number of other spells, like Comet, which drops a massive amount of comments, wow, shocker, on a large area. It's actually pretty neat.
Players will be able to seek shelter from these comet drops in familiar buildings. The game has its own version of the map, featuring places such as Earth's House, the Sector 5 Church, Don Corneo's Mansion, the Colosseum and Sector 7 slums. Which raises questions like, how old is Don Corneo and why is there a hole in the roof of the Sector 5 church already?
Well, we've got an answer for that. According to Nomura, the VR simulation featured in Remake also has the ability to generate images of Midgar that are taken from the future. So we're fighting in the VR sim, naturally.
Wait. The VR sim can see maps from the future? What the
Whoa, now, peeps. It's fine. It's a Battle Royale game. We'll just overlook it for now. It's fine. I mean, we have chocobos and motorcycles and possibly even more methods of vehicles.
Oh, well in that case, yay.
Chocobos can even give little chocobo kicks to your enemies. Sure, it's for like minimal damage, but players will get some kind of award or badge or something for defeating a player with a swift kick from our feathered friend. Still not sold? What if I mentioned character customization?
So I get to design how my character looks?
Well, that's currently unconfirmed. But we do know that there are both male and female candidates on the field, And fun skins, like a snazzy chocobo jacket that is super adorable and will instantly make you an easy target for the other players, but it's fine. Fashion is pain sometimes.
Hey, I wonder if we'll get Scarlet's full-length evening dress and high heels.
The main customization option, though, comes in the form of styles, which is basically the Final Fantasy VII way of saying job classes. We've seen 4 so far: the Warrior, Sorcerer, Monk, and Ranger, each with unique abilities. The screen even showed 2 more spots for styles, that weren't revealed yet, so that's really cool. Now, ready for the real exciting news? You can sign up for the closed beta today! Players can sign up for their chance to become the first soldier from May 7th through May 27th.
Can I play with the controller?
Unconfirmed for the beta, but it is something the devs are looking into and working on.
Okay, great. And I can play on both my iPhone and my Android.
Well, that depends on your region. Japanese players get the opportunity to try the beta on iOS and Android. However, the US and Canada beta will only be available on Android.
What about the European players? Kutakuma? Don't tell me.
The closed beta will run from June 1st through June 7th, so I really hope everyone located in Japan and North America will enjoy their experience in the game.
Are you kidding? Where's the European support?
Now, over to Rizzle with the community roundup.
I tell you, these are happy days for a field reporter like myself, because the exciting community endeavors just don't stop coming. And what better way to prove that than with an update on Tsunamod's recently announced EchoS project for Final Fantasy VIII. In case you missed our last episode, a quick recap. Tsunamods are a prolific group of modders within the Final Fantasy community, and the latest addition to their slate is the implementation of full voice acting to FF8. Well, the auditions are now over, and the new main cast is official. The announcement video can be found on Tsunamod's channel, which you can reach through a link in the description. I won't spoil too much, but let's just say they've procured some very talented voice actors, all led by the wonderful director Crane, who's also voicing Squall. On to our next story. Hang on, is that a guitar I'm hearing? Hey, camera crew, cut to that guy. That sounds way more interesting than whatever I was going to talk about. Alright! Don't let the acoustic guitar fool you, that music still has me pumped. And while you were watching that awesome performance, I managed to get a little sneaky research in. Turns out, what you just heard was a cover by Jimmy on guitar, a musician with ambitions to recreate the entire FF7 soundtrack on acoustic guitar. If you want to see his full version of Those Who Fight, amongst other equally impressive covers, check out his YouTube channel. Links in the description. Moving on, I'd like to shine a spotlight on a pair of newer creators within the broader Final Fantasy community, namely the Magus Brothers. They've just released the debut episode of their new podcast series, featuring their takes on all sorts of FF-related topics. If you're hungry for new content, or just want to help a budding project grow, definitely check them out. Once again, you'll find a handy link in the description down below. Alright, it's finally time to talk about what is, without a doubt, the biggest headline for community events these past weeks. I am, of course, referring to Final Fan TV's interview with the father of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi. Having a legendary figure like him make an appearance on a relatively new YouTube channel like theirs is nothing short of a landmark step for the FF7 community as a whole, and we at Pulse of the Lifestream could not be happier for them. I urge you to watch the interview, which you'll find a direct link to in this video's description, and show your support in some way. The interview's great, and it's an occasion worth acknowledging, believe me. Oh, and speaking of interviews, the Pulse of the Lifestream team have been doing a few of our own. The first, an interview with CCO's founder and analyst Rizzle, is already out on the channel, marking the first episode of our new series Assess Materia. You can expect plenty of exciting interview guests in the future, including the star of the next episode, Kairosis from the Reunion podcast. If you want to listen to Viz's interview, you can... well, you know where to find it. Oh man, I could go on about this community's passion and dedication for hours, but sadly, the rest of the team won't let me. So for now, I'm signing off. Back to you, peeps.
Thanks, Rizzle.
What are they thinking? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. If they wanted to do it that way, I could give them 100 better ideas than visions of the future. And if they can see into the future, how can they not
Quick.
know that their first soldier is going to go crazy and
Cut to
the entire
commercial!
world? Serious.
That's right, peeps. Deep breaths. Happy thoughts. Genesis. Genesis.
Okay. I'm ready.
Ultimania!
Ah!
Ultimania!
Rizzle? I thought you were on the field.
I am. Wait. This isn't Costa del Sol, is it? Whatever. That's irrelevant. Ultimania!
Yeah, we covered that in the last episode.
No. Ultimania Plus.
Plus what?
No what? The Final Fantasy VII Remake material Ultimania Plus.
Plus what?
No. There's another Ultimania being released.
Wait, another one?
Yep. The third Ultimania for this part of the remake project will include development information not present in the previous books, including details about INTERmission, a new interview with Toriyama, and potential hints at what to expect for Part 2. It will release later this year in July. In Japanese, that is.
That's about the same time as Trace of Telephone 2 Pasts. You know, the novel about Aerith and Tifa's backstories.
I don't think telephone is part of the title, peeps.
According to Itaiki Mochi's always appreciated and oh so quick translations, the 288-page novel explores the unknown story of Aerith and Tifa's different paths. Potentially, there are failed attempts at starting a telecommunications service. PHS had to start somewhere, right?
No one wanted to listen, no one wanted to talk, Maybe it is about a telecommunications initiative.
The novel is only being released in Japanese for now, but hopefully we'll be able to get an official or fan translation shortly after to get all of the juicy gossip.
So, does this mean CCO is going to pay for me to go to Japan for field work?
Yeah, I'm not sure we have the gil for that.
I'd better start walking then. Good thing I have this chocobo bean popcorn.
Alright, so let's agree to be less heavy-handed with our product placement next time, yeah?
Great. Our last story of the evening, Final Fantasy VII Remake, comes to yet another mobile game. We talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake characters arriving in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius with the awesome new CG animations. Well, we're getting another round of new Final Fantasy VII Remake artwork because the 4 primary characters are also coming to Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions.
The game has truly beautiful artwork, and even features catwalk-style animations when you gacha pull them. Work it, Barrett.
I'm very ready to pull these characters, and even started the game in anticipation. It's surprisingly fun.
Well, this has been a very interesting episode, hasn't it?
I'm certainly hyped.
Only because you're programmed to be.
What was that?
Thanks for watching. We'll be back with more updates as they happen. We're in for a lot of new information and thrilling developments with Final Fantasy VII Intergrade and E3 on the horizon, so stay tuned.
If you haven't already, ring the bell and subscribe below. Not only will this keep you informed when we post new developments, but you'll also be alerted when Viz's top-tier quality and in-depth analysis videos go live.
Stay safe and take care. Pulse of the Lifestream signing off.